It's another Merseyside invasion of Wembley as Everton and Liverpool get this season underway in the FA Charity Shield. Great rivalry, but by the look of it, great friendship as well. Good evening. Yes, here we go again. It seems only yesterday, of course, that Liverpool won the European Cup in Rome, since England played in South America, and since France won that European Championship in such thrilling style. It has come around very quickly again, I can hear you all saying. But I think there's no better way to set off another 10 months of football action than with a Merseyside derby, or indeed in the company of Jimmy Greaves and Ian St John, here with me tonight. Well, in a week when the government set out a report about football hooligans that I suppose was worthy enough but hardly hit the right targets, let's sample that special Merseyside togetherness. The fans of Liverpool and Everton, the Blues and the Reds together, the true spirit of the game. And let's hope that takes root this season. But now the action.
So let's take a check on the two teams, starting then with Everton, with Neville Southall in goal. Just signed a 4-year contract at the club. The same back four that won here at Wembley against Watford. Gary Stevens, Derek Mountfield, Kevin Ratcliffe and John Bailey. And then in the midfield, well, now we see Paul Bracewell, their new signing, and Peter Reid in the centre of the midfield with Trevor Stephen and Kevin Richardson also. And then up front, the two men there who'll be looking for the goals, Adrian Heath and Graham Sharp. Liverpool with Bruce Grobbellaar, of course, their goalkeeper. He hasn't missed a league game in the last 3 seasons. And then the back four, what familiar names, Neil, Lawrenson, Hansen and Kennedy. The midfield, of course, now missing Graham Souness. They say that maybe Nicol and Walk will combine to do that job in the centre of the midfield, supported, of course, by Lee and Whelan. Up front, Kenny Dalglish, who's been playing a little bit behind the front two in pre-season, now comes up front to join Ian Rush. And certainly for Phil Neal, the new Liverpool captain, quite a day. Come October, he'll have had 10 years at the club. And what about that? It's his 32nd game at Wembley, 14 for his club, 18 for his country. Ian Rush, again the main strike force of course, 49 goals last season. And what a strike rate when you look at it, 175 games for Liverpool, 108 goals. Well, one of his Welsh teammates, Neville Southall, will be out to stop him today. Everton say he's the best keeper in the country. He kept a clean sheet in both Wembley appearances for Everton last season, 27 clean sheets in all. And here's the new man for Everton, the midfield player, Paul Bracewell, 22 years old, who cost them £250,000 from Sunderland in the summer. It's his first appearance at Wembley. The referee is Keith Hackett from Sheffield. He hasn't refereed a game since the end of last season, although he was a linesman at the European Championships in France. And an absolute sellout at Wembley. Tell me any other sport in the world that could claim this sort of attendance for what is really a pre-season game at this famous old stadium. So here we go again then. Right, Kendall in the centre there, the Everton manager. Colin Harvey on the right, Mick Heaton on the left. Andy Gray, you can see prominently at the back there. 3 times in 6 months that they've been at Wembley. And the turn has been in Everton's fortunes. But of course, this is almost a second home for them. And Bracewell getting to it before Nicol. Ratcliffe. Changing the point of that attack well to find Trevor Stephen. There's a bit of space for Bailey. Bracewell. Fitted in really well and helped most of that centre of the midfield with Peter Reid. There's no doubt about that. A lovely touch by Rush and by Lee, and now by Dalglish. Oh, and he's missed it! The first time they'd really pierced that Everton defence with some lovely passing. Here comes Kenny Dalglish. Oh, 6 inches a foot. Back goes his head. Up goes the Liverpool arms. And Everton breathe again. 100 goals and more for Liverpool, 100 goals and more for Celtic from Kenny Dalglish. That surely was one that got away. Oh, nice touch there by Sharp for Heath. Oh, great work by Grobbellaar. And suddenly it's all come alive. And it looked as though Everton, who would be on the receiving end one moment, would snap themselves in front the next. Heath lifting it, he thought above Grobbellaar, but Bruce was there again. Save that was by Grobbellaar a moment ago from Heath. He's such a character. He's a bit of a joker in his way. He was a real hero in Rome in that European Cup. In the final there, by his attitude that lifted everybody. And that was a great piece of keeping a moment ago. Oh, a good break by Walk. Now, will they make it pay this time? Will Dalglish? No, it cannons off Southall. And Everton get a goal kick. That time it was Walk. That, of course, is one of his specialities. A great break from the midfield by the former Ipswich man. Dalglish supporting well, and a good piece of smothering by Neville Southall. So Everton get us away. At the start of the second half, they now attack the goal to our right. Just taking a seat there, the man from Ajax, the Dane, Jan Moldu, who could become a Liverpool player within the next week. Plays in a friendly game in Ireland on Monday. Well, Liverpool getting back, Hansen getting it away. Moldu, of course, a midfield player, and he could be the sort of man they're looking to bolster that midfield now that the absence of Graham Souness is there to be felt. It's Everton's corner. It's Trevor Stephen with it. Good there, but it was Ronnie Whelan who got it away quite comfortably for Liverpool. Stevens had a really good first half. Richardson playing it in again. Heath play through for Sharp. Saved well by Grobbellaar. For the lack possibly of that one little bit of waspish, devilish action in the penalty area, Everton could well have been ahead. Little touch there was good. It wanted a slightly better finishing touch than that, but good work by Grobbellaar for all that. Sammy Lee on the bench. A little bit of discomfort with an injury to that left knee. And now Sharp coming through. And saved first time, and saved the second time. Oh, it went off Grobbellaar. What a crazy goal. And it clearly went in off the Liverpool keeper, Bruce Grobbellaar. A really cruel ricochet there. After Sharp had threatened to score here, but it was stopped. Threatened to score there, and it comes then off Grobbellaar and into the back of the net. Well, what a remarkable goal. And Sharp tries again, and it clearly an own goal by Grobbellaar. Sharp might like to claim it, but I don't think, in all honesty, it can be possibly said to be his. A freak goal and an own goal. The game again played in a marvellous spirit between these two old rivals. The only difference is that Everton have done it. And Liverpool, who so often have had it over their Merseyside rivals, now have to say, well, it's not our day. A wink and a smile from Bruce Grobbellaar, and a lovely picture there as he and Graham Sharp get together. And what an irony it is when you think that Grobbellaar made three absolutely splendid saves and was going to be a hero for Liverpool yet again, until that bizarre own goal by him means that his side are beaten. Joe Fagan on the pitch, and Howard Kendall, the winning manager. What a way to start a season. for Everton with a victory over Liverpool. And it'll be Everton then. Who will go up to get the Charity Shield. So the great moment then for Kevin Ratcliffe, leading his Everton team up those famous Wembley steps to receive the Charity Shield from the guest of honour on the day, Mr. John Fleming, Chairman and Managing Director of Vauxhall Motors. And here we have Kevin Ratcliffe taking the Charity Shield for Everton. What a way to start a season for them, with a victory over the old rivals Liverpool. A great moment for a team really that has been transformed over the last 7 or 8 months. Makes up for that defeat in the Milk Cup final. 3 times at Wembley in the last 6 months. A draw against Liverpool in the Milk Cup. A victory over Watford in the FA Cup. And I think they might well say the biggest prize of all comes in the Charity Shield, and that's a victory over Liverpool. Well, Phil Neal, the new Liverpool captain. It's not quite the start Phil would have wanted, but he's a campaigner enough to know that there's a long way to go in this season yet. And John Smith, Liverpool chairman, with a word for each of them. Including Sammy Lee there, and the substitutes Michael Robinson, Paul Walsh, who came on as a substitute in the second half when Sammy Lee came off. Couldn't quite work the magic, and the referee Keith Hackett. So at Wembley then, it's a storybook start to the season for Everton, victors over Liverpool by 1-0.
Howard, they call this a pre-season warm-up game, but it's almost as though you've won the FA Cup, the League, the World Cup, all rolled into one.
It means so much, really, to our supporters that we got a successful result today. The boys have played really well. It was a competitive game, and I'm delighted we got the result.
You seem fitter than Liverpool at this stage.
Well, we've come to a peak too early, I hope not. Well, we had a good pre-season. The lads are sharp. I wouldn't say, if you've got the ball and you're playing well, I think you always look the sharper side. But we played particularly well today, I felt.
What do you think this will mean to Everton going into the new season now that you've got one up at last over Liverpool?
Well, it means it'll be a confidence booster for next week. I mean, we're going into the first game against Tottenham at home with the Charity Shield as well as the FA Cup. It means a lot of confidence, really, for the players. I mean, they must be cocked up at the moment. I've got a problem. I've got to select a side for next week.
And for your supporters, I saw some of them as I was walking around the outside of the stadium with 5 minutes to go, praying for the final whistle. It means so much to them.
That was me, I think. Yes, it does mean a lot to them, especially meeting Liverpool. You know, we say before the match that it's not that important. It is now, though.
John Bailey and Peter Reid, obviously a very, very proud moment for you both and for Everton Football Club.
Yeah, not only especially winning the Charity Shield, but beating the big enemy, Liverpool. Nice place to beat them as well, 1-0, and fantastic day. Supporters have enjoyed themselves, and especially us 2 v Scouts, it's a great day.
Peter?
Yeah, obviously, great day for Merseyside again. Good curtain raiser for the season. It was a quick game under very difficult conditions. It was very warm out there. The goal was very, very lucky, but that's what's going to win games between us two now. I mean, I think Suey's in the league in the Milk Cup last year was a one-off. He hit it with his left leg, went in the corner. And I don't know what happened with that one. I think it took 10 ricochet's, didn't it?
Off Alan Hansen, off Bruce and in. Yeah.
They're the best ones, though. I mean, it was going to take a goal like that to separate us. And thankfully we got it.
We've got one over on the old enemy, and that's how we can build it. Notice Greaves as we were running around, and he had a smile on his face anyway.
He was supporting Everton.
Yeah, hope he keeps that blue and white rosette on.